Hello and welcome back to Starfield in 2026. We are doing this playthrough with all of the updates that we just got in. Currently, I'm still teamed up with Barrett. I took care of all of my looting and loot sales from the mission where we recruited Barrett. And now it's time to go talk to Sam about his mission. And, while I was out, I figured I had a whole bunch of skills here that were ready to go. So I went ahead and earned 6 skill points. I went to my base. I just crafted up a whole bunch of stuff, and that got me experience points. And then I sold it, and that got me some additional money. So we're doing good. I think before we take Sam out, I'm going to put that point into persuasion. That's important. I'm going to go back over here. I really would like to get a point into starship design. So if I could put all 4 in here and the 5th one into starship design, that'd be great. We're not ready yet to put more points in these 2. I could put a point in piloting. That's great. I could go engines, payloads, and shields. Yeah, that gives me 1 point to put into starship design. So we can now use some fancier parts when we upgrade our ship, which we're going to be doing. Level 12 is a good time to upgrade your ship as long as you have starship design 1. So let's go grab Sam.
I cannot wait to meet her. It's been ages since Constellation has had someone new. I wonder what she's like.
Just go easy on him.
Let's get a picture of all of us. Barrett didn't come out here. Oh, well. That's going to have to do. Let's see. Toggle menu.
Interrogated by a kid ain't exactly the best way to make it. And you must be the latest poor fool to get dragged into our dysfunctional little family. Whoa. I know a few dark sides of the Aquila Moons, but if you're looking for deep history lessons, well, I'm gonna fall asleep before you do.
Trust me. Don't encourage him. Coe, by the way. Hi. Nice to meet anyone brave enough to fly the frontier.
Perfect. And you must be the new engineer. Or maybe our new gunner?
Hey, don't spook our new friend. Frontier's a fine ship. Honest. Now, let's talk business. Sarah tell you about the expedition?
So, I guess Barrett didn't meet Cora before now? That doesn't make sense. Anyway.
Sure enough. That's where we're heading. The 3 of us are heading to Aquila, first settled planet of the Freestar Collective and, not coincidentally, the home of their capital, Aquila City. We'll land in the city's spaceports, but the frontier's our goal. It's rough country. Spawned a lot of stories. And I got a lead on a tale that makes me think one thing. Artifact. Okay. We'll meet you on board your ship. Talk more when we get there. Once we land on Aquila, it's gonna be you and me. So if you want to do any freewheeling before then, Cora and I will just be riding passenger.
Excuse me, what?
Okay, this is going to be another one of those missions where you've got a locked companion, like we had with Sarah earlier. Yeah, let's see. I really, I want to refit the ship a little bit before we go. That's why I put that 1 point into starship design.
Got anything I can help you with? Okay, no problem.
So let's take a look. First thing is, can I get a better reactor? So the best reactor I can get, I believe, is 20 power. We've got a 340T right now, which is 16 power. Its upgrade is a 350, which is 18. But that goes from, if we go from stellar raiders to toroidal, we can get this guy, which is 20. So we'll go with him. So pull him out and replace him with a toroidal. Currently we're using Helios 100, which is 9 max power. And we can go with a NG-170, which brings us up to, oops, 9 max power wasn't the important figure. The important figure is a jump thrust, which is 16. So go to 19 by going to a Helios 200. We could shift over to the NG line where we get to an NG-170 jump thrust of 14. And the R2000's 20, but we're going to go with the R2000. These guys are class B and C. We can't do those yet. Okay, engines. Currently we're using White Dwarf 2010s. We could do better than that. Engines. The White Dwarf 2020, notice that requires Starship Design. It's down there in the lower left. Starship Design rank 1, which we just got. Put a couple of those on. So upgrading those 3 units has increased our mobility from 85 to 100, has increased our jump range to 24 light years, and has made our hull tougher, 492, and it's brought our reactor up from 16 to 20 pips. So we'll be able to power more things. This means I won't need to be shorting the engine on power in order to get weapons or vice versa. I think we're still short of what we need for going full bore on everything, but that's good. I'm pretty sure we don't have better weapons yet. Let me take a look. Oh, shields. Currently we're using this guy. Max health of the shield 355 for 4 power. We can go up to that. I like the look of the Marduk, and it only takes 4 pips. This would be 5 pips. This would be 4 pips for 405. These guys kind of hang off the side. And these are class B and C. So I'm going to go with a Marduk shield generator. We'll replace this guy. Structural stuff. Is there anything I want to... I don't need to add structure. So here's the weapons. And we go down the list looking for the kinds of weapons we like. And here's the one that we're currently using. Fire rate of 3.5 and hull damage and shield damage of 12. We go to the next one up, the damage drops to 8, from 12 to 8, but the fire rate goes from 3.5 to 6.6. And I think I remember that these don't recharge completely fast enough. So I'm going to stick with the Disruptor 3300 rather than the auto. So the auto variant don't really like. And these guys only have a range of 3,000. It's a little bit more damage. Same power, less hull. This is a Class B weapon, so we'd have to go to the Class B reactors, and to do that, I would need to get another tick of piloting skill. Notice the damage starts going up significantly when we get into Class B and Class C. In fact, that's the reason why you do that. So, is there an upgrade to the cockpit? I could upgrade from a C1 to a C1X, which would add a little bit of cargo and some mass. I don't think there's any reason to do that. I could go back to the C2 cargo, then I would need to find some way to mount my weapons. I'm going to stick with the same cockpit. Oh, no, this is new. Increase ship scanning distance. Broadside array, extension of the Nova Cowling B series. Oh, hold on. This is new. So structural, I'm looking for Nova Cowling B series. So it's a left or right. I think we've got a bunch of new parts here. So if I get a B series out there and I go back to equipment. So when I start building bigger ships, I'm going to have some new parts to work with. That's great. What other? Nova sector antenna. So this increases ship scanning by 20%. This increases by 10%. It's by 10%. By 20. There's probably... I'm thinking the ones that go 20% are probably higher level. Oh goodness, that's new. Okay, let's look through here and see if there's any other parts that seem to me to be new to me. Well, there's of course these guys. I could toss one of these on just to see what it looks like inside. Yeah, I'm just going to do that so I can take a look inside and see what these are. Oh, now, the challenge on Starship design is fitting unique modules. So fitting multiple copies of the same thing don't count, but different modules do count. I'm going to go take a look at what that guy looks like inside. We're going to refit it to take those off. We will have taken a little bit of a loss there, but that's all right.
Everybody likes you, don't they?
Oh my.
Would have liked you.
Well, if you listen to your grandpa, Solomon Coe would have given me a good one.
This is pretty cool.
I think you would like the man I grew into.
So this is the 2x2x2. It's got a weapon workbench. And it gives me a way to get from a lower deck to an upper deck without using a ladder. Oh, that's great. That's great, great, great. Yeah, I've got some stock designs that I use for my ships, which try to make it so I avoid ladders. And that'll make it a lot easier. I am going to have to see what other modules become available over time.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, so we're going to take you away. So this is just the low-level HABs that are available here. We're not even at a major station. We've got double-decker 2x1x2, F and A variants. We've got a 3x1x2. We've got a double-decker A and B variants. Yeah, we'll have to take a look at what else becomes available. Maybe once we get to a higher level, let's say level 60 or so, I could do a walkthrough. We can look at each of the HABs and see what it looks like. So there's our ship. Can I afford a vehicle?
Okay, no problem.
So there's Rev 8. I can't purchase anything else. I've purchased this. I have access to vehicles. Rev 8 will automatically deploy. Oh, and you can just select which of the two. So we're gonna fly drive around the Daemog. Now, I don't know what the difference is between the Daemog, the Daemog and the Rav 8. They both have the ability to do this. Ooh, this one's got a weapon. Okay. So the Daemog can shoot. And it looks different. And it's got gull wings.
Need some work done? Okay, no problem.
So the Rev 8, does the Rev 8 have a weapon now? I never tried to shoot. Just I happened to click on my mouse button there. I don't know, maybe this guy's always had a weapon and I just didn't try it ever. Okay, it does have a weapon. It's probably always had a weapon. It's just I never actually thought about doing combat while in my little car thingy. I'm going to use the other one just because it's kind of newer to me.
You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every... Okay, no problem.
Oh, you can select colors. What color do I want this guy? Let's set it the same color as the ship. There we go. Color 1, color 2. So color 2 is are those parts, and color 3 are those parts. Okay. Whoops. There we go. Actually, let's make sure that the ship is actually that color.
Anything I can help you with? Okay, no problem.
Ship builder. Double click on it. Hit J for color. And I bet it, yeah, these colors weren't exactly. So I've taken away all the actual color from the ship. It's going to be boring color. There we go. So 20 minutes into the recording, and I'm finally ready to start on this quest. We are doing a main quest called The Empty Nest. Get that set up so it comes up when we hit L.
Welcome to the 3-Star Collective. Please maintain your current course
Okay.
while we scan your ship.
So weapons are fully powered. And we can fully power the engines
To Aquila City.
and the shields, but we have 1 pip short. Okay. And I think I would rather take the hit on speed and have the weapons at full strength.
Let's put this bird on the ground.
Welcome to Space Texas.
Want this?
Hey, Barrett. You have something for me.
I got this for you. Yes, of course it's for you. Anyway, I figured you might have a use for it. My pleasure. If I see anything on our next expedition to a planet, then I'll hang on to it for you.
Okay. I'll generally be doing things to make my companions like me, but I'm not going to be doing any flirting. At least not yet.
All right, we're here.
I mean, eventually, but probably
Once we get started,
not until we've gone through the Unity a few times.
There's something you should know up front. I'm a Coe. As in Solomon Coe, first man on Aquila. That tale I mentioned before, the one I think is connected to an artifact, it's something of a family legend. After planetfall, Solomon spent years mapping Aquila, and he found a tiny little patch of nothing on his sensors. The kind of nothing an artifact produces. He called it the Empty Nest. Said it was a place even the wildlife of Aquila wouldn't go. Solomon's maps are locked up tight in the local gal bank. We'll be heading there.
Okay. Now, I am going to step into ship services real quick because I am curious as to what parts these guys have. This may be a long recording.
Got anything
I
you
keep
need to offload? Trader Thor. Okay, no problem.
stepping away to do things that are not in the main line. So there's my ship. So stuff available at Aquila City. Let's just start with the bays. So they've got a different landing bay. It's kind of cool. And it's a walk-in, it comes in horizontally. So that might be great if we had it too high, we'd be below the cockpit. That'd be cool. We've got the Stability Pro landing bay, which enters from the side. That's cool. Also and then this, I have had good luck using the Hope 4 landing bay in conjunction with the really, really big. So those are available here. We have a ton of cargo holds. Now, I'm not sure with these engines, I'm not sure I'm ready to start beefing up my cargo yet. Cockpits. Aquila has Armstrong, Viking, and the Daimyo. The Samurai cockpits, I believe, are the Daimyo Uniques. Yeah. Each vendor has some unique parts that only appear at one location. Dockers. Everybody's got a different set of dockers. These got some dockers that come to the front and to the side. Engines, it's pretty much the same set of engines. Later on, there are some higher level engines that'll appear in only some places, but at this low level, I think everybody's got the same set. Oh, I didn't notice that we had the 3000s available. So we're currently using these guys, which are 12,000 thrust for 3 power, and this is 15,000 thrust. They're kind of hard to fit, though. You notice they only have connections top, bottom, and front. If you look at how I've got our engines mounted here, we either have to have something below them or something in front of them. Are there fuel tanks that have connections that could be that I could mount? No, not really. Anyway, that would get us marginally more power. Oh, my mobility is 99. Oh, goodness. It's not peaked and not maxed out. I must have added something after I had mobility of 100. Okay. Landing gear. And these landing gear, they look very much like the side entry docking bay. So those come all. These guys are kind of nice. They're kind of low. There's front, middle, and back. All pretty good looking. Grav drives. I think the SGD is new. We're currently using 20 thrust for 9. And so SGD, this is Slayton and Aerospace. So the Slayton grav drives are not yet competitive. Habs. Remember, one of the guys that's hanging around our constellation is Walter Stroud. So we've got Stroud, we've got Tayo. All sorts of Stroud and Tayo parts. I don't see any really crazy sizes, 1x1, 2x1, 3x1. Reactors. Oh, tokamaks. These get very nice, but you'll notice the 120S requires Starship Design rank 4, but it does have 28 power. It's very nice. The 150 is 20 power, but we've already got one, and we've already got that from here. Okay, so we've got a new reactor line. Shields. We got the Bastille shields. So our current shield is 405 health for 4 power with a regen rate of 10%. I think we are better than this guy. Yeah. Okay. Not an upgrade. We've got a bunch of structural parts. I need to remember that the equipment plates are available here. I was looking for one of those elsewhere. I wasn't finding it. Hope Tech's got some structural parts that are kind of neat. Stroud's got cowlings that kind of match the parts we were seeing earlier. Well, mostly match. These are, I think this is all stuff I'm familiar with already. See, are there any new weapons of interest? Different stations will often have different weapons. So for instance, you'll notice the weapon that we like that we picked up on New Atlantis is not available here. It still has the PB-30 though. But I'm not seeing anything, and we're back to base. So I think we're not going to change anything.
Yes. Can I get an invoice?
But I do want to make a habit of visiting ship services. If I haven't, if I've leveled up a few times, if I've never visited ship services on a planet,
Hold it.
or if I've leveled up a few times since I did, I'll visit.
Got some trouble at Gal Bank.
Oh no.
Might be in danger, so you may want to steer clear.
Never
But
a dull moment around here.
we're going to Gal Bank.
I know you. You're Sam Coe. Marshal will be damn glad to have another Freestar Ranger helping out.
Afraid your information is a couple years out of date.
Sam's not a Freestar Ranger anymore.
I guess that'd be the Marshal's call. Frankly, it ain't going well. Looks to be a stalemate. Maybe a little outside help would do some good.
Well, I doubt those robbers are gonna let us leisurely peruse the Galbank vault. We better see if we can help move the situation along.
Okay.
You stay where I can see you, Marshal. Everyone stays in front of the building. You got me?
Kila City. Feels like I spent half my life trying to get out of this place.
Planning to tell me your demands at some point?
You find someone we can trust, and maybe we will.
Like who?
Not you, not one of your rangers, and not these city guards neither.
What the hell am I supposed to do with that? You need to stand back now. I don't mean to be rude, but I don't know you. Now please, stand back.
Aquila City at its finest, I see. Never a dull moment.
Well, I'll be damned. Sam Coe. Been a long time. I won't hold my breath about you being here to take the badge again. Listen, Sam, just so you know, I don't blame you for how it went down. For the others, though, you might get a different reception.
Thanks. I appreciate you saying so. But I figure some of that reception is owed. Still, I appreciate the sentiment, Marshal. It seems you got a situation. My friend here may be the answer you're looking for.
All right, Sam. I'll trust your judgment on this one. Some folks from the Shaw gang tried to rob the place, but they got spotted by a guard. They took everyone inside hostage, and now they're keeping a watch so we can't move against them. They're using the intercom to communicate. They won't talk to me. Say they don't trust the badge. They want a neutral negotiator. In other words, they didn't have a plan for this, so they're stalling while they come up with one. All right, I'm willing to allow that. But a few things first. Say what you have to, but whatever they ask for, there's no way in hell I'm giving it to them. Also, there are lives at stake, so don't get cavalier. Find out what they want, and then report back to me.
Take it slow and steady. Look for every opportunity to de-escalate. You got this.
Hey, you in the bank.
So Sam is not only ex-Freestar Ranger, but apparently there was some drama involved there. So I'll be honest here. If we don't succeed at a persuade check at this point, I will be reloading and trying again. I'm going to try my best to do everything I can to make them work. But because basically, it's because of this right here. So we need to succeed in 5 speech challenges before we can go up. I think this may have maybe lower number. I could have sworn that there were more speech, but it's so hard to find conversations where you get a speech check. So I've got self-esteem from 2 of my companions, and now we're going to hit the wine, get ourselves a bit of a bonus. We're going to see if we can convince these guys to come out.
If you think you're just gonna walk up here and get us to surrender, you're dead wrong. It's Jed. Jed Bullock. Well, ain't you polite? So tell me, stranger, how do I know you're gonna deal straight with us?
Okay, he doesn't trust the marshal. So we're going to do a persuade check here.
So why should your word mean anything to me?
Oh boy, we need to get 8 points. I'm gonna try to pick up the 3 here.
We've been in worse scrapes than this.
Oh, that's bad.
We can handle being stuck in a bank. I see what you mean. Well, I guess you have a point.
If this is all going to be +1s, this is a problem because 8 +1s in a row is still a little risky, and we have to hit every one from here on.
I guess that's true. Okay, fine. Maybe you're right.
Hey, critical success. Good.
See, you're not just the marshal's tool. You want what we want. A nice, happy ending where nobody gets hurt. So let's talk. they talk too damn much. Complain about everything. But as much as we'd like to, none of us has shot one yet. We want to guarantee a safe passage to the spaceport and a ship. We'll drop the hostages off somewhere safe in the system. After that, we'll radio back where they are, and the Marshal and his crew can come and get them. But if anybody follows us when we break orbit, we start shooting people. Got it? Oh, hell, the Freestar Rangers have got ships. They can give us one of them. This whole damn job's gone wrong. It was supposed to be just a quick hit. Clean and simple, you know? So let's all try to keep our heads, yeah? Because my guys, they're going crazy in here. I don't know how much longer we can last.
So if I had a little more confidence in my persuade abilities, I could probably go with higher risk, but I can't risk it. Not with the low levels of persuade that I've got right now. I'm going to try to see if this works. Now, I've got this auto persuade down here, but I'm going to save that.
You have to believe me, we never meant to take hostages.
That worked. I could try this again. I've still got, even if this fails, I've still got a chance.
I know.
There we go. Hey, that worked.
I'm disagreeing with that. Nobody's been hurt, so maybe the judge won't come down too hard on us. Yeah. I think this has gone on long enough. You go tell the Marshal we'll come quietly.
You'd make a decent ranger with the way you handled that.
Okay.
Thank you for saving my husband.
Those guys are scared. I can tell. What's the word? Well, I'll be a son of an Ashta. How'd you pull that off? Ha! Well, you don't lack for confidence. Well, I bet you could sell dirt to a Dusty. Here. You've more than earned this. You got us out of a tough spot, and you did it with courage that's not common. As a matter of fact, you might just be Freestar Ranger material. If you're interested, head on over to the Rock and ask for Emma Wilcox. She handles the new recruits.
Okay.
All right.
That gets us the breadcrumb.
Our lives aren't on the line. Let's get back in Galbank, see if we can get those maps.
Okay. That gets us the breadcrumb for joining the Freestar Rangers. Unfortunately, it also makes it active, so we need to go back to the quest we want.
Tom's pay is great, but he works.
Shimon, baby, we'll take it from here.
Marco!
Okay. Notice we got 2 persuade checks out of that conversation. And the guns were just sitting here. That was not a steal. Oh, none of this stuff is marked as...
Nice job.
Am I going to loot the heck out of the bank? Am I going to loot the heck out of... Yeah, of course I am. Whoops. That was a mistake. That was a bad mistake. Yeah, that one slip, I didn't realize it was stealing until... Yeah.
What's the word?
Do this again. I agreed to come quietly.
Be a son of an Ashta. How'd you pull that off?
Yeah, accidentally stealing something is a immediate reload for me.
Ha! Well, you don't lack for confidence. Well, I bet you could sell dirt to a Dusty. Here. You've more than earned this. You got us out of a tough spot, and you did it with courage that's not common. As a matter of fact, you might just be Freestar Ranger material. If you're interested, head on over to the Rock and ask for Emma Wilcox. She handles the new recruits.
Okay.
All right. Now that lives are on the line, let's get back in Galbank, see if we can...
So here's the full list of what we got. Notice we've got our main quests down here. We've got the breadcrumb for Terran Armada. We picked up Ground Pounder just by coming close to, I guess we were in orbit around Altair 2. This is the other DLC. And now Deputize would be joining the Freestar Rangers. Those are our faction quests. We're going to go back to main, go back to the empty nest like that. There we go.
Those maps.
So I'm going to grab the weapons, which were confiscated from the bad guys, and they're my loot. But I think I'm not going to loot the rest of the bank, because apparently some of this stuff is stealing and some of this is not. Yeah.
Okay, we'll take it from here.
See, these are the Shaw gang. If we hadn't managed to diplomacy them and persuade them,
What?
we would have had to come in and basically deal with the Shaw gang.
I've had quite enough excitement for now.
And we might have lost some of the hostages, which would be bad.
Alright. The family has a few different deposit boxes secured in here, so let's look around. Here's a copy of the key.
Okay, so first thing is we may need to persuade Sam about something soon. And you notice I don't have the wine going. So I just need to drink some wine before I talk to him next.
Remember, Solomon was from an earlier generation. So it's not going to be on a slate. Big bundles of paper.
There it is. Just taking the one thing. And again, we go into we go into aid. And I'm going to, whoops, not aid, consumables. Drink some wine. Because I'm about to persuade Sam.
Oh, no. Jacob. Of course that old mule saw this coming. There we do. I was hoping to avoid the estate when we landed. Cora's gonna be so mad.
So here's the persuade. We get the feeling Jacob is somebody to Sam. And I really want this persuade to work.
We really gotta do this.
Now, he actually wants me to succeed here. But it's got to be an honest one. So we're going to need the estate anyway. I'm going to find out.
You're not wrong. I know.
There we go.
It's personal. All right, fine. He's my dad, okay? We're not exactly on friendly terms. He probably figured I'd come for the maps at some point. Got ahead of me. Family business just wasn't something I wanted to get into, you know? Yeah, well, sorry I'm such a pain about it.
Yeah, notice we got
No
plus on
forgiveness between
affinity.
me and my old man. It's Coe tradition. All right, shall we?
So you see by the jumps in his affinity that he really wanted to open up about that. We just had to go through a normal persuade check to get him to do it. Okay, so up to the estate.
That's the rock. Ranger Central. Not a bad part, too.
Yeah, there's the Trackers Alliance, which is that creation that I picked up that I've never done. Like I said, I want to get all of the main companions recruited before I start doing a lot of side questing. That way I can pick which main companion to get my best friendship with.
Sam Coe finally decides to darken our doorstep again.
You know why I'm here.
Oh? What's that? You come to your senses? Realize where you ought to be for once?
I ain't asking again.
You ain't asked once. Let's hear it. I want you to say the words about what's more important to you than family.
Okay, this was a mistake.
The only mistake I'm seeing here is you.
What about? There we go.
Bringing your Constellation lackey here instead of my granddaughter. Come to help Sam loot his ancestry? You're not getting those maps. Full stop.
I'm gonna let Sam talk on this one.
I got just as much right to those maps as anyone else in this family.
That's exactly right, Sam. We all share Solomon's legacy. Only some of us are around to live up to it, and some of us aren't.
All right, that's enough. Come on, let's you and I talk. In private.
Welcome home, Sam. Make your visit short, okay? It's what you do.
Hey, good to see you. Give me a sec. All right, let's talk options. You're flying in the face of my 30-plus years experience with the man, but all right. I hope you like arguing.
Okay, so make sure I still got the buff from the wine. We do. I don't need to spend another wine here, so I'll just see what we can do about this guy.
Constellation.
Persuade.
Well, that's not your decision, is it? It's co-property by birthright. It stays here.
So I only need to get 4 points with him, and I've got an auto persuade. I'm going to auto persuade on this one.
Easy. We're just talking, right? Can't believe I'm saying this. But if it'll get you out of my hair, then fine. You can have the maps. They're in the other room here. Key.
Cool. Okay, so I've got 4 out of the 5 persuades done just on the initial parts of this quest. Okay, let's take a look at those maps.
Let's see if we can find the empty nest. All right, let me think. The way I heard it, the readings he was getting were normal at first, then they bottomed out. And no creature, alien or otherwise, would dare step inside. There. Found it. Oh, boy. That's a problem. Well, you ain't wrong. But let's take a look at what we're up against. First, it's in the middle of the frontier, which we already expected. No problems there, but the usual tussling with alien wildlife. But the empty nest is a cave right in the middle of Shawgang territory. Same outlaws who held up Galbank. Me too. But there's no helping it. We're gonna have to get through them and the local wildlife to get to that cave.
Okay, so we're headed to a cave where we're going to be dealing with a bunch of bandits, getting through them one way or another, and bringing out the artifact. I am going to pause the recording at this point.
Stop wouldn't be the Charybdis system, would it? We got a report of a distress call out there, but we don't have the ships to send someone that far out.
That is a interesting quest. I'm going to keep an eye on that one. So we're headed that way. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording here. And I will come back shortly. I need to go take care of some things in real life. And we are back. Let me see if I can get the screen back here. Here we go. Let's see, where was I? I was heading out to that direction. looking for a way to go there. Actually, what I want to do, really, I want to take my car thingy.
Just feel those G's. Good times.
Now, it'd be nice if I could just fly the car up and over the city. Can't do that, so we're going to have to take a look at this. Where do we... Oh. I can take the car as long as I have a way to jump over the wall. Okay.
If you're looking for work, Mayor Cartwright might have some.
Welcome to Akira City, I guess.
Okay. So basically, I don't want to run anybody over. Need to get over that wall. There we go. We're headed there. I don't remember having a first-person view before either. I probably just missed it. This should allow me to shoot any of the wildlife that attacks on the way. Even wildlife that attacks that we can't outrun. I'm assuming this is faster than sprinting. Okay, it's got a decent little gun on it. I don't remember it being difficult to get into here. So we're headed there. I might be able to just run into the cave. Oh, if I do that, I'll be fighting the people that are coming into the cave all in one place.
This is Shawgang territory.
Let's try it. I've got a quick save up here in case I blow it.
Smugglers are as common as fleas. Damn it!
Okay, we're gonna go in. I'm gonna stealth up. There's one more down here. There we go. Reload button and loot button being the same thing. Not good.
Better we get it than someone else.
Okay. That wasn't too hard. And I'm not sure whether we can come back here and loot this place, so... we'll have to loot kind of on our way out, I guess. There's one more. Okay, this is a dead-end cave. Nobody else in here, I think. But let's get this reloaded. Okay. Clear off the area. Okay. Yeah, I got all of these. Whoops, no I didn't. Now, since I don't know whether I can actually come back to this location or not in the future, well, actually, I'm pretty sure that we can. Yeah. We're going to try to get out of here with a persuade. So a little bit of foreknowledge. Spoiler alert, we will meet Shaw on the way out. So I'm going to loot any of the critical stuff that I need from here.
Good place to hole up.
I'm not going to grab everything, but I do want the Ashta Tamer. I'm pretty much ignoring contraband, although it gives me a chance to pick expert locks. Oh boy. Put these two together. So it's not on the outside. It might be this one. And that fits also. Okay. We're still looking for which keys we could possibly be using on the outside. Let's focus on this one at a time. I'm going to try that. So this guy would go with there. That works. Oh, super duper simple. We've got a couple of ones that we can use to take out that inner ring. Now, I'm not going to loot these. Okay? They are valuable, and they will sell well, but I don't yet have a place I can deal with them. Although, I can probably sell the contraband. Depends on how we leave. I could find myself in space getting scanned, carrying them. So let's not.
Bingo. Let's see what we got.
I can always come back and get it once I am sure that I know a place I can sell contraband. But we got the lock picked, which was the important thing. Make sure we get any decent weapons off of those guys. We could upgrade weapons if we have materials. We're not starting to do that yet. We're still in this mode of looting stuff that's decent frequently enough that we would need to keep recalibrating our weapons. So I'm going to save. And I'm going to grab some wine. And we'll go talk to the boss. Again, this is going to be one of those where if I fail to persuade, I will be reloading.
I think that's far enough. Hate to put a hole in the head of Akila's own prodigal son. Least not before we've had a word.
You must be Shaw.
Oh, and his face is gone.
Is disappointed. Sam Coe in the flesh, and he's peddling around the frontier with the has-beens of Constellation. Now you got past my crew, who I pay quite handsomely, I might add. Grabbed something from that weird cave. Probably whatever's been keeping the Ashta away. So, I'm down one hideout. Now, let's talk about what all that's worth to me. Your lives, your credits. One or the other, really.
I'm going to try to persuade.
Oh, really? Let's hear it.
This would be the 5th of the 5 we need for the persuade levels. Let's see if I can do the 4. Yeah, nice.
Talk. But you've backed it up so far, I'll admit.
And from here on out, it's easy. I have gained an affliction. This is awful weather.
Huh.
There we go.
Shaw Gang's name in print outside a wanted poster does sound nice. Fine. Get the hell out of here before I change my mind. I see you again. You're dead.
And I'm going to fast travel back to the Rev 8. Maybe in the future we'll come back and finish looting her little outpost there. Too many rocks. Chill, Sam. We're outrunning them. What's really fun is you switch to God mode, so you have infinite boost. And you can just fly around like Superman. Imagine being able to keep all that going 100% of the time.
Easy.
Okay, get the boost back. We need to find a good spot to go over the wall. That'll do. Close enough. That's not our ship. And yeah, we could have fast traveled back here. Also, if I'd been carrying the stuff, I probably could have found a fence here in town. But we're not really interested in that. So I do have a debuff, little yellow triangle there on the left. You have an affliction. You've taken lung damage. So let's look in our aid area. And do we have a treatment for lung damage? We do. We have an injector to take care of that. But I'm going to see if I can sleep it off first. That's cheaper. I think I also got a level up in there.
You're handling this whole captain. Doing really well.
Mighty hero awakens. Let's go.
Okay, so we're... it did cure it. Lung damage cured. Just need to rest a little bit. Okay, now... Remember, persuasion is my thing that I do the most, so we are maximizing that. Now we need to do 10 speech challenges before we can get to level 4. And that will take us from a 30% boost to a 50% boost. Okay.
Hey, Dad? Pressure holding. Totally results in canceling. Then, to your shoulder.
Yeah, that's been time.
And will you do funny voices for the characters? Like you used to when I was little?
Orbital insertion completed.
You just try and stop me.
Okay. We need to head back to the lodge. It's in a different star system, so fast traveling with the grav drive. Tailor a vehicle's driving characteristics to your taste in the settings menu. Didn't know we could do that. They do seem to be a bit jumpy. Interface. Oh. Vehicle. Oh. Okay. Flexible. Vehicle drives toward the input direction relative to where the camera is looking. Traditional vehicle steers towards where the camera is looking with up and down controlling forward and reverse. Okay. I'm not sure what the difference is. Oh, steers toward. Okay, so this is with the controller and this is with mouse and keyboard. So mouse and keyboard is the way I've been doing it. If I go to flexible, no, I think I like traditional. I'm used to it. So that's a whole lot less customizability than I thought they were going to have. I thought I could do something about the way it's so jittery and high acceleration and such.
Hey, we're back. Newest member of our little family really pulled through for us.
Let's get a picture of those two as they're coming in.
Is anyone hurt? You didn't let Cora handle the artifact, did you? We don't know what effects it might have on someone her age.
Relax. We're fine. Go ahead. Time for that artifact to meet its siblings. Just, what are we building here?
I haven't picked up any kind of frequency or signal coming from it.
That doesn't mean much. This thing could be emitting something we can't even detect. As far as we know, we could be building a gigantic bomb that will blow up as soon as we finish it. Or maybe it's some kind of interstellar children's toy.
Why would either of those things give the Discoverer visions and music? It's a message. I'm sure of it.
We just have to hope that finding more of the pieces will give us some clue.
Actually, let's get a picture of everybody here while we're doing this. We still haven't gotten Andrasia. So Andrasia is the only missing member of Constellation at this point.
Moving forward sometimes means fumbling around in the dark. I think Cora and I can use some downtime, but you let me know if you ever want to team up again. Oh, and since it tends to come up, me and my Rugrat co-pilot work as a team. That's non-negotiable. If I'm coming with, that means Cora's on your ship.
So he's got piloting and payloads, which both come in handy on board ship. And he is, I think, preference of rifle. I believe he likes the Laredo weapons from Aquila City, the big long lawgivers. So we're going to keep him on our side while we go get Andrasia.
Why not? What do you think, Cora?
It's really nice to have more company. New stories, new data.
What? Data? All right. We're in. Let's see what the galaxy throws at us next.
Okay, he's dismissible, but I'm going to team up with him for this next quest.
It smells so much better than Dad's. Like, a lot.
It's been quieter around here ever since Vladimir went to live on the Eye full time.
So our next quest is going to be Into the Unknown. And I'm going to chop the recording here and start a new one for that. I don't think I need to go sell loot. We're doing okay on loot. We didn't pick up a whole lot there. So we're just going to swing on into the next recording here real quick. So save. I always drop a hard save. And I will see you in the next recording.